Hi everyone, and welcome to another vlog. I'm standing here in the lower school with Heather Tibbetts, who is the principal of the lower school, and is going to talk to us about some of the work they're doing in leadership. Now, leadership is a theme that we have across the school, and our aim is to develop leadership within each and every child. And it's important that we do start in the lower school because every child has the capacity to lead and has the capacity to truly understand what leadership qualities they already have. So tell us a little bit about what's happening here in the lower school.
Sure. Well, just like you said, we recognize the importance of teaching leadership skills starting at the age of kindergarten and above. And we know this is so important because when these children grow up, we're not going to know what their schooling experience will be like or what their job experience will be like, but we know they need to have leadership skills so they can function in those environments no matter what they are. So teaching skills like collaboration and creativity and goal setting, those habits are going to help them in the long run.
Absolutely.
So we read a book school-wide actually called The Leader in Me, which talks about having leadership programs in schools. And we all read it and it resonated with all the faculty, but then we didn't have a plan for implementation. So because of that, we heard the language pop up randomly, but it wasn't a unified systematic approach K through 5.
Yes.
So we realized we needed to have an intentional program, so that led us to this year really implementing a very predictable program that students could enjoy all year long.
Good. And what's so fascinating is that the Leader in Me is a Stephen Covey and Sean Covey piece, and the middle school has used part of it, and we certainly teach that to the upper school as well, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. So it's really nice to see that kind of scope and sequence for leadership developing.
Exactly.
So that's kind of the theory that you've given us. So what's actually happening?
Well, we knew that if we wanted to teach leadership, we had to have an intentional time carved out in our schedule, or it wouldn't happen. So we have what we call leadership rallies on Friday afternoons, or Friday mornings. And this is a time when K through 5, we're all together and we intentionally teach and model and roll out these habits. So we focus on one habit a month, and that allows us to dive deep into what that habit looks like, sounds like, feels like. And we do a variety of activities with the students, including first introducing the leadership habit. We read some literature that shows the characters understanding and portraying that habit. We do different house activities where they're practicing it. And then at the end of the month, we magnify the good and share all the ways that students have expressed that habit.
That's fantastic. So you're actually showing concrete examples of what this looks like in action, which is so important for this age group in particular.
Exactly. And another thing we do, I'm wearing it right now, we have these things called MagTags. And every time we unveil a new leadership habit, then we have a new tag for that habit. And when teachers see students across the school either beginning with the end in mind or synergizing or being proactive, the teacher gives this to them and they get to wear it throughout the day. And when they wear these, you have students and teachers coming up to them in the hallway asking, what did you do to be proactive? Or tell me how you synergized. And then the students are getting to hear from each other how they were able to do that. So that's been really fun and very effective because we see kids wear these tags all the time and they're so proud of wearing them. Yeah,
and just reinforcing those behaviors is so important as well, and then modeling them to their peers as well, which is critical for a sustainable approach to this leadership program.
That's right.
Here you've heard what's happening now in the lower school with Heather Tibbetts. Thank you so much. And knowing that these skills are within each and every single child, and that we're starting from really the little ones and making sure they are clear about what leadership looks like, what it sounds like, what it feels like, and then seeing it in their peers as well and magnifying that good, which is such an important part of the culture of the school.
Right, and it's so fun to see the effectiveness of it because while teachers are the ones that have these and give them out, we have kids come up to us and say, I just saw so-and-so be proactive, I think they should get this. And that shows us the kids are really recognizing it. Also, just another fun example, after we unveiled the Think Win-Win habit, 10 minutes later, I was in a classroom, students were working on a project, they couldn't decide something, and one student took charge and decided how the situation could be remedied, and then as soon as she did that and fixed it, another child said, oh, you just thought win-win, except we should call it Think Win-Win-Win-Win, because there were 4 kids in the group.
Very nice.
So it shows that immediately they're able to apply these skills into their lives.
Fantastic, and transfer and application is such a key part of actually demonstrating understanding. And I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about what we're doing around leadership at the school and how it's such a key part of the skill set and the aim to develop and nurture these core skills in our students. So thank you very much, and thanks very much for watching.